Hi, welcome to my channel, EXP. In this video today, I want to talk about how studying about enlightenment won't make us enlightened. But people who are explaining about enlightenment, why they are doing it? If we study enlightenment, but we won't get enlightened, but why they are explaining that? They are explaining them so that you can get the theoretical knowledge. But are you putting that into the practice? If not, that's not going to happen. And then, enlightenment is not an instrument for ending our suffering. It is not how it is going to work. Enlightenment is the end of our suffering, but it is not an instrument to end our suffering. Because when you start a game, there will be a game completion. That means game will be completed. But that game is not going to get completed by completing it. That means when can you complete that game? By playing that game, by doing the activities of that game, by crossing the stages, the game works, the activities, understanding the elements, how to move forward in that game at the particular stage or in that particular world, how to understand what to do in that particular situation of the game. This is part of the gameplay. When you complete this gameplay, then only game will be completed. That means just before the completion, there will be a last phase, last stage, or a world where you're going to complete that. Once that is over, it will be like the game will be completed. So once we realize our complete true self, our complete higher self, it is only in our hands, not the enlightenment. So once we do that, enlightenment will happen automatically. The energy will start to rise up, and it will become one with every that oneness, the super consciousness, or that Brahman, and we will experience that oneness. And now again here, study about that enlightenment is not going to make us enlightened. That's not how it works. Studying about enlightenment is important. That means it is necessary. When you are awakening or in your spiritual awakening journey, you will be shown that knowledge. But application of that knowledge is also important. That's how we can play this game. We can complete this game. It is not like study about enlightenment, be one with the God, and then do the things here. It's not like that. Every moment we have this individual consciousness with us right here. Right now I'm making this video. So you're watching this video. Your individual consciousness is right there. But what is this enlightenment then? So we are not only realizing ourselves, we are realizing our complete self. That means by doing different activities here, different karmas here, we will know about ourselves. And that means our body conditions, mind conditions, and our abilities, our skills, our talents, our interests, hobbies, our diet conditions, like different body fuels, like carbohydrates, fats, and everything in between. So all these types of aspects will be there, which we need to realize, which we need to know. And these involve so many activities. That means when we are doing the activities, we will know about ourselves automatically. But if you are studying just enlightenment, like so many books, so many videos, but we are not implementing that knowledge in our practical life. That means we are listening to the people say the taste of the ice cream. They are saying like ice cream tastes like that, ice cream tastes like this. But when can you experience the taste of the ice cream? when you buy that ice cream and taste it, or you're doing that activity. Just like that, enlightenment is the end of the suffering, is the completion of this phase where we are suffering, because not because it's like a magic bullet or instrument that is making us like that. We are going through the journey in our life from the suffering and slowly progressing towards the peace, from that confusion slowly progressing towards the clarity. By what? By doing what? By aligning with our inner guidance. It is always telling us what to do. Right now, you're watching this video. Now it is telling you. You're studying about enlightenment, but you are not implementing it. Implement that. Put that into practice by doing certain activities, and it will tell you what activities to do. Say, there are tons of activities. I can give you a huge list, like related to music. Several instruments are there, and guitar playing, violin playing, drums, and these are some examples. And then we have art like sketching, painting. We have other things like knitting, quilting, and we have singing based, singing, different vocal styles are there. We can practice different, we can take singing lessons, and then speaking, and then playing different video games or sports. We have tons of games, tons of sports. We can just play them. And we have several other activities like fitness. Fitness is very important because we need to maintain proper fitness. Health is wealth. That means we need to follow proper nutrition, proper diets. We need to explore ourselves. We will be like thinking we are already eating very well, but we are still facing the physical and mental issues. Why? When there is no cause, there is no effect. We are seeing an effect, that means there must be a cause. And we need to look for that. When I was suffering from migraine, I didn't know that what the food that I was eating is actually creating that pain in me, actually creating that chronic illness, that pain, that suffering from the migraine. Migraine is very debilitating condition. Along with that, I have several issues, not just like migraine. When we are suffering from health issues, it is not like just one thing affecting us. It is like multiple things affecting us. And so I was able to understand that high carbohydrate diet and inflammatory foods like seed oils are creating all such kind of chronic issues. And it took me over 13 years to come to that understanding, because I don't have any knowledge of nutrition and my English was not so great when I was suffering. I don't even know about migraine. I was suffering from that. I was just looking on the Google search that I have been experiencing pain on the one side and it is happening several times. What is it? And I used to get a list of articles where people are sharing such kind of symptoms. So I studied so many articles and I finally found that it is a migraine condition. Now what? Now, before that, I went to an ophthalmologist for like, I've been getting the pain in the left eye. It is so intense. I couldn't study. I was in my engineering bachelor's at the time. And then I couldn't study with these health issues, whereas my friends are fine, better than me, not like they are perfect in their life. Whereas I've been still suffering from all the things. Even after that also, they all got married, they are getting jobs, everyone going in their lives, but whereas I was in this condition. So instead of comparing themselves, I've focused on my journey. What is it for me? Why am I suffering like this? This is just one aspect. I'm talking about health aspect. There are other aspects of life happening simultaneously, like job-wise, skills-wise, no peace, like that, no marriage. All those things are happening. So I'm focusing on this health-based thing because health is the most fundamental thing. If we could solve this, other things will be also be solved simultaneously one by one. So I'm sharing in this video with the help of that how to put that enlightenment knowledge into practice. So this inner guidance is telling me, find the cause, find the cause. You're seeing the effect, right? Find the cause. And it is showing me knowledge through the articles. So I've been looking for what is the thing I can do for the migraine. So my ophthalmologist for the eye pain, he gave me an over-the-counter painkiller. And so I have that option at the time. But how long should I take these painkillers like this? Like every alternate day, every day I've been taking that. And because of that, I'm getting rebound headaches. That means because of the medicine, we will get the headache. Already, migraine is already giving me headaches. And this medicine also giving me headache. Then what is the purpose of this medicine? But still, it kept me in the survival mode. That means I've been living there, right? Okay. And in between the gaps of my migraine attacks, I used to find my life doing the activities, studying for my bachelor's. That was really very tough. Within the gaps of that migraine, I used to live. And those gaps also used to be with some kind of dull pain in my eye, in my head. Like that only I used to study. So I've been getting this inner guidance to look for the answers. So many questions. We will get questions so that we can get the answers. So some people share that they are also on the articles blogs. They are also taking the help of OTC painkillers and they are leading their life like that. But my condition is becoming worse, not just migraine. I was also getting spinal cord issues. The neck became like so debilitating. I couldn't even get up myself. My mom used to help me to get up. And then it's not just about this painkillers. I need to look for more. By the time I've been shown this nutrition diet about like protein, we need to take more protein, but it is not working for me that much. But still, taking protein is necessary. And then I learned a very basic exercises. Like it is also coming from within. Listening to my inner guidance, I was shown these things. I'm aligned with that. I'm doing those activities, learning and implementing that knowledge. This is particular activity, but this is how we can experience enlightenment. That means we are realizing our complete self, like bit by bit, bit by bit. And someday, after completing all this, gaining knowledge and implementing, knowing about ourselves, conditioning this body and mind, and one day we will arrive at our complete self-realization. And after that, enlightenment will happen automatically. So I've been doing those activities one by one, and slowly nutrition. I got to know that we need to do small exercises for this neck. Very basic, like just putting this neck like this for 5 seconds, and then like this, and then like this for 5 seconds, and we have to move this way, this way, this way, this way. This is a very small exercise shared by an YouTuber. I don't even remember what channel or that person, but I remember that exercise. I did that every day, morning and night. So after some days, I could see the difference. I could put my neck in position like this. And then I was also wearing a neck belt prescribed by the doctor, a neurologist. He said because of the military neck, because of the straight neck, we get usual bending of neck for our cell phones or wrong position while studying. Books will be like this, right? And we are studying like this with poor nutrition and poor muscle support, then automatically we will get straight neck. They call it straight neck or military neck. And with that, I got swelling inside my skull or head, and he gave me some medicines for that. And I need to use them. And after 30 days, the swelling got reduced, and doing these exercises helped me to put my neck into position like this. And all these things, how could I study when my neck is not working properly? I used to study my phone like the sleeping position and put this like this, put my phone like this, and used to study articles, small YouTube videos within that minimal energy. So I was shown this knowledge, and I was just watching them and not implementing them. Like I watched that neck exercise video, but if I don't implement that, if I don't do that exercise, what is the use? So my inner guidance is showing me a video to do to help me. If I don't do that, then so here we need to align with our inner guidance in our activities also, not just in the mind, like watching the videos and gaining the knowledge and like that. We need to do the activities. So I would like to give another example, like how these doing activities by ourselves we feel like, because by this time you're watching this video, that means you already have certain amount of knowledge. You gain so many skills by this time, the language or any other skills you might be doing right now, maybe your job. You haven't done that like without any inner guidance. You did that, but why you are feeling like that looking for that enlightenment? If you are following that inner guidance, you won't even look for that enlightenment knowledge, etc., because you are already doing it. You are already aligned with with your inner guidance and doing that. So the same me. I never look for this enlightenment, etc., etc. I was looking for answers for my health issues and my job issues and my skills, how to develop them to learn that particular activity like that. So before that, I felt intense pain when that was my time of self-realization. First time when I could uh, realize that self in me, something is guiding me, that knowing. People call it spiritual awakening. So when this happened, I was feeling a lot of pain. I don't know from where it's coming. I was shown the religious texts and I was reading them, mantra chanting, I was chanting them, and all those things I've been doing like too much of time. Started at a very small time, but slowly the time got increased, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm doing it too much, and then I slowed it down. That's how I explore the aspect of the prayers on the non-dual aspect of the prayers, like no prayers or very less amount of prayers to a lot of prayers, and then finding the middle ground, that's a balanced state. But this type of prayers gave me a chance to release those repressed or suppressed emotions. Because of that initial spiritual awakening journey, we need to release those suppressed and repressed. And during this time, I was shown these things and I did them. And later, as I did them, I was shown knowledge how to solve the issues. So now instead of focusing on solving the issues, if I'm attached to them, no, I need to do the prayers. Prayers time is over. Now doing them in a balanced way is enough. Now my thing is to gain the knowledge how to solve the issues and adopting them and implementing them into my practical life. That's how I started doing. And once I learned that, okay, my inner guidance is showing me the knowledge. It is showing me the knowledge, and it is like I need to align with those activities, showing the knowledge, getting that knowledge, and implementing it to my practical life. So one example I gave you about the health. Health is important. That's how we can do that. And just focusing on the health is not sufficient. We need to do the hobbies and interests so that we can maintain our hormones. Hormones are like stress hormones we have. When you're in a stressful situation, we will have so many hormones being released by our body. Those are stress hormones. If our diet is not containing proper cholesterol and fats, then our body can't release those stress hormones. Then our body becomes so like going into unbalanced state. Those hormones should be released when we are in stressful situations so that this body will be in condition. And at the same time, we need happy hormones also for balance, because more and more stress hormones are being released is also a problem. We need more and more happy hormones. That's why we will go into some kind of addictions like binge watching the movies, or trying to look for the comfort foods, junk foods, or any other things we can get addicted. Addictions are like survival mechanisms, like that means they are defense mechanisms when we are in a situation, very bad situation where so much of stress is going on, and but we are not leaving that, even though our inner guidance is saying to leave that, then the inner guidance will provide us knowledge to deal with the situation some other ways. And some of them are like this. We may be shown some kind of movies where we are so interested and just spend our time with that, we can get happy hormones. We are not going outside to get the nature and that happy hormones from them. So addiction is like different modes will be there, that means different modalities will be there, and if we are using nature, then also we will get happy hormones. If you are doing meditation, then also we can get happy hormones. If you are binge watching movies, then also we can get happy hormones. So these are not like bad things. But if we are doing only one thing and not exploring the other things, that means we are stalling our journey. That means we are halting the game. We are not playing that properly so that we can complete the game. We have to explore more in that game. That means we have more worlds in that game. But we are saying only first world. There is second world, third world, fourth world, fifth world, maybe around 10 worlds are there. We need to explore all the worlds to complete the game. So after experiencing them, we need to go from the defense mechanism to freedom lifestyle. So this is again non-dual aspect of these mechanisms, where we go from defense and every point in between and to the freedom lifestyle. So like this, we need to explore ourselves by experimenting with different activities. Activities that are resonating with us, we can do that. If they are not resonating with us, we can stop them. So activity is resonating with us, but we are not doing it properly. Like, for example, I want to share with you an example of guitar activity. Today I bought my guitar here. Say, now I'm an absolute beginner. Think of me like that. I'm not an absolute beginner. I play guitar. I'm a guitar player. Not professionally. I did sometimes like stock, but it did work. So I kept it as my hobby. So today, assume, think of me like an absolute guitar player. Somehow I watched some person, I felt like playing guitar. I got this inner resonance. I want to be a guitar player. But then it is in there only, not coming here, then it will be a problem. Even though I wanted to be a guitar player, there was no guitar with me at the time. So after some time, my brother had a guitar and I could utilize that for my learning. But now this is my guitar. I bought this from my research fellowship when I was working as a research fellow. So this is a very not that costly guitar. And so think of me as an absolute guitar. Now I'm not doing with like we might have learned so many things before with the help of the teachers directly. Like we have learned language. Say this is a very basic thing. Alphabet during our childhood. They made us write the letters. We are not there. We are not learning by ourselves. So now after some time, especially after this spiritual awakening journey, we are supposed to learn things by ourselves. This is where alignment can happen. So our knowledge is there, out there. Teachers are explaining them. So you paid for a guitar coach and they can teach you for some time. After that, it is like they are teaching you for like 10 years, then you're not aligned with your true self. That means you're not allowing that inner guidance to guide you. The activity which you are supposed to learn to align with your inner guidance, it is not happening. If it is just like 1 year or 2 years of guitar and after that you reach a certain level and you don't need them anymore, you can play it by yourself, then that's alignment with your inner guidance. Now you're learning something new. You can learn it without any help of a coach. That's a great thing. That means you got the ability to learn by yourself. If you're unable to do that, that means you still need to do more activities. Right now, even if there is no coach, I can learn anything because I learn how to learn anything. This is very important because we can do that with the help of our inner guidance. All we need is knowledge. People are teaching us not in person, maybe like through a book, through articles, or through any videos, but not that person in directly teaching me. Here, who is teaching me? Who is guiding me? My individual consciousness, my soul, my higher self. It is telling me like I got this alignment. So slowing down, speeding up, showing patience, and revising the already learned concepts. All these things will be aligned with our higher self. If anything we will forget, we will be shown that. And we need to, oh, I forgot that. Okay, I need to do this activity now. So like that, we have to try to align with our higher self during our awakening journey. And by doing various activities, our alignment becomes stronger. It becomes like more time. Like initially, it will be like 30 minutes, and then we will be like misaligned. And we are doing several activities like that for several years or for several months. We will be finally like very well aligned with our true self. In that, by that time, we will be already explored ourselves on different scales, like non-dual aspects of different things about us, be it like thought processes, perspectives, views, our nervous system controlling, our diet-based conditioning, this body conditioning based on diets, fasting, various hobbies, interests, fitness, all these things. So one example I'm going to show you in this video is guitar playing. So I'm an absolute guitar player. So now I was shown this guitar and there was a lesson of strings, fretboard, sound hole. And these are strings, this is fretboard, and this is the sound hole. The lesson is over. If I'm watching that lesson again and again without implementing, then I can never identify these guitar parts. So after gaining that knowledge, that person is not with me right here. That person is not with me, but he or she wrote an article about that, and I was studying about that. Okay, this is strings, this is fretboard, this is sound hole. The lesson is over. Now the practicals. Practicals is me implementing that knowledge in identifying the parts. So now I will be like, as I am an absolute guitar player, just think of me like that. I'll be like, what's the name? They said, yeah, strings. And this was some board they said. What is that? I will go and look at that. Yeah, okay, fretboard. Okay, I forgot that. This is fretboard. And this is the some hole they said. I just look at that. Because as a beginner, we will forget. So we can go back to that lesson and look for that. Sound hole. Yeah, sound hole. So the second day, we will be like progressing. We will be progressing a bit more compared to the day one. So I'll be like, strings, some fret they called. What is that fret scale? I forgot that. So I will go like, yeah, fretboard. And this is some kind of sound. And it is like, oh, yeah, sound hole. Yeah, sound hole. And the day three. And day three will like strings, fretboard, sound hole. Yeah. And the day four, strings, fretboard, sound hole. And the day five, I don't even need to identify by saying out loud. I'll be like strings, fretboard in my mind, and sound hole. That's it. Up to here, I did it very slowly. But on the day one, I couldn't do this. But even if I'm on day five and I could identify the parts, that means that's a practice is not proper. I'm not repeating the things properly. And how could I do that? Because from day 1, day 2, day 3, I've been doing this practice exercise. What is that? How does it look like? How does it look like is, I've been like strings, fretboard, sound hole. The book is here with me. Strings, fretboard, sound hole. Strings, fretboard, sound hole. I've been doing multiple times, repetitions. If not, I can remember. Even though with those repetitions, on day 2, I will forget that. That's how the humans are like. Let me put this here. So, like humans are like forgetting, always forgetting if we don't practice it enough. That's how we are. It can be for everything: language, subjects, music, art, engineering, technology, whatever may be the other subjects, the same thing. Repetition is needed. Things must become second nature. So, here, aligning with our true self should become our second nature. Once it happens, it can be like a permanent for us. That's how we are going to be from that misalignment to alignment. It is non-dual aspect of our of us in aligning with our higher self. Once it is over, by this time we will be completed already doing the various activities, our karmas, realizing about us in based on our abilities, capabilities, our skills, our interests. We completed doing them, we completed expressing them as much as we need to do. And once it is done, we will realize our complete self. And after that, we will experience enlightenment automatically. So, this is how an enlightened being is out there, experience their enlightenment, not just studying about enlightenment. It is about applying that knowledge that is being shown by our inner guidance, what to do, what are the activities we are supposed to do, what are the trauma releases we need to do. Is there any, if your inner guidance is showing you some kind of crystal healing, you're supposed to do that. If it is showing some kind of Reiki healing, you're supposed to do that. If you're supposed to do some kind of rituals based on an astrologer, you can do that. If something is not resonating with that, like, because sometimes it is like based on our genetic predispositions, some teachers may not resonate with us. Like, I'm watching a teacher explaining some concepts, be it a book or video, but I'm not resonating with that. Then I will like, if it could be some more joyful way of explanation, it will be fine. Then immediately I will be shown some teacher who is so joyful, or we feel that resonance, then we can just learn from that. That's how we can move forward. If it's not resonating, that's okay. We are here exploring ourselves from that dissonance to resonance. Once we arrive at this resonance, it is how we can align with our higher self. This resonance is a feeling which we get when we align with our higher self. So this is how we can understand that resonance and align with our higher self, and we can do the things align with our higher self. Because after enlightenment also, the thing that we are going to do is doing the things aligned with our higher self. Before, we have some blockages because of various repressed emotions, traumas, because of our inabilities, or because of our limited amount of mindsets and tool sets in our mindsets, different thoughts. Like, we don't have advanced thought process. We have only like intermediate level or beginner level thought process for doing the things. So we are going to learn all of them with the help of our higher self during our awakening journey, during our life journey in general. Even I learned alphabet when I was 4 years old. It is not like my life before enlightenment was a wasteful thing. It's not like that. There is growth in every moment of our life, but there will be some blockages for our expression, in our alignment. We need to remove these blockages. For that process, for that to happen, we will go through this spiritual awakening journey. And so when we complete all the activities that we are needed to, that we are supposed to do, we will arrive at our complete self-realization, and after that we will experience enlightenment automatically. And then that's how we will experience enlightenment. It is not just studying about enlightenment and imagining the things in our mind and we will experience enlightenment. It's not going to happen that way. It involves activities also. This is part of karma yoga. They say karma yoga, kriya yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. We have several. Yoga means union. That means alignment. Alignment of our ego with our higher self, such that the higher self can express here with the help of this ego model, this human model. Ego is in charge of our body and mind. It is not going to die. It will be in operation here as long as we are here. When we get liberated, then only this ego will be dismantled, or it will stop to operate. It will be stopped from its operation. Until then, ego is the only thing operating here, aligned with our higher self. So this is the process we will be going through all through our awakening journey. So I want to share this in this video about how just studying about enlightenment is not going to make us enlightened. I think I've shared what I wanted to share for this video. Thank you so much for sharing my thoughts by watching this video. Namaste.